don't know. I think we're live.
Oh, we are
It says
live.
on face.
Okay, well,
I
hello
don't know.
everyone. We are live. We're
Hi.
gonna go with it.
Hi.
Hi, this is
It's gonna be
May
all
and
right.
Kat. We are still waiting for Miss Maya to come. So, Kat,
Yeah,
introduce us, honey,
this
just in
early
case my sound
morning.
is terrible.
Sure. So, welcome to Late Night Girl Chat Live. And where I'm from, it is middle of the evening. Where May is right now, it is morning. And if you're listening from Vietnam, it is late night. So, I hope you are all doing well wherever you are in the world. My name is Kat, and I am founder of Ungirls, a sex positive community for everybody. And we are joined again with our beautiful May, who is currently living van life. So do excuse any kind of technical issues. She is just living the unicorn dream. How are you well, this morning, Mai?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay? Or am
Yeah,
I still
actually,
choppy? W-
you're doing
We're
all right right
actually
now.
we're actually driving frantically to Oh, I don't know how to kill my video, Des. Can you kill it for me? Um, we are driving
It's
frantically to try to find better cell reception, and it seems like we're getting there. I wish I could turn my camera around so that you can see the view. Can you see that?
no, it's totally kind of like
It's totally shit.
frozen, unfortunately. Hey Darla, we've got our first comment. Nice to have some comments, guys. I
Yay!
know this is exciting. This is the raw live experience, all the technical difficulties. So we're really happy to have you here. No worries. Nice to talk to you. I like this topic tonight. Fantasies. Was it your idea, Mia? I can see you're a fan. I'm getting some fantasy vibes from you.
Well, you'll have to fill in the gap until I can share mine. So what's your fantasy, Cat?
Oh my God. Well, I grew up always with a bit of a fantasy, as actually I was pretty much 100% straight, I guess, but I always had a fantasy, I guess, for, a girl on girl experience. And
Ooh,
I think a lot of girls have that fantasy.
but here's good.
Yeah, I mean, why would you not? Like, you think you have a sexy
You go.
body, you
Oh,
want another sexy female body, right? Like boobs on boobs. Who doesn't like
can you
that,
hear
right?
me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Oh no, what
It's okay. We
happened to
we can
me?
hear you.
Oh, it's reloading.
Oh, look, we can see you again.
Ah, yeah, this is a good spot. Just stop the car
This
right
is
here. Just stop the car.
so
Don't go
I
anywhere.
was
Okay.
I was just newly single after my high school relationship, and I was like, okay, this is amazing. This is going to be the time I get to live out and see, maybe am I bisexual, or is this just a fantasy? Like, what is going on? So this is also when Tinder was just coming out and everything. So it was much easier to meet people. But I must say, trying to meet another girl when you're used to just dating guys is so hard. Like, you are finally the one chatting somebody up or like flirting, and it is so stressful. Like, with guys, it's easy. You're like, hey, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll come right for us to have sex right now. If you're looking to find a girl, it's like, oh, you have to be cool, you have to be interesting, you have to be, oh my God, it was so stressful. And yeah, I did eventually meet somebody actually on a dating app called Brenda. How incredibly unsexy a name is that? No offense to anybody listening called Brenda. You are beautiful, I'm sure, but this is not, I don't think, a very sexy name for for an app. So I met this girl, and I was about 18 or 19, I guess, 19, I think. And I don't know, I think a lot of sex when you're young is already awkward. So I was obviously awkward. And this is the first time being with another woman. And, I won't lie. Of course, I enjoyed like some aspects of it. But I think I realized that sometimes the things I liked in porn, or the things I like have fantasies about, just are not meant to be lived out. I don't know. Like, so I was just like oh my God, I feel really weird and I don't know what to do in this situation. Because I think when you fantasize something, you kind of, it's harder to be natural about it because it's like got this whole idea in your head and the reality is sometimes very different. So yeah, we had sex and it was okay, definitely. It was still enjoyable. But the actual reality of kind of dating somebody after that who was I was just not really romantically interested in was kind of not great. And I was worried, am I just like fetishizing her? And I was kind of like, so yeah, I was a bit scared to ever try it again with another woman. But I kind of don't know, maybe it's still a fantasy at some point in my life, but maybe when I'm more mature, I think. Yeah, what about you, May? Oh, I think we might be pausing her video. So it seems like it's just me right now. Well, it's a good thing I didn't call in sick because I currently have PMS. So I was like, oh, maybe I'm not going to join today. And I was like, okay, it's a good thing I do. Oh, you're back, May. We can see you again. We can't hear you though, unfortunately. Oh no. Wait, I think your microphone's muted, May.
Me?
We can hear you. We can hear you. There you
How
are.
about now?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, we can see you and hear you. Amazing.
Okay, well,
Yes.
that's good news. Okay, good. All right, stop. Just stop. They can hear me right here. Perfect. Okay. So I love what you just said about the fantasy of being with a girl and how complicated it is to be with a girl versus a boy. If you just put out a message that, hey, I want sex, 10 men would be come running. And with girls it's like, and it, when I hear things like that, I really sympathize for the men. It's like it's so
Yeah,
hard to get
it
us
is
to come
hard.
out and play.
And to not seem
Yeah,
creepy
and
as well. Like to flirt
right?
and not be weird. Yeah.
Exactly. So we can judge men as much as we want to, but try dealing with a woman and see how you like it.
Oh my God, absolutely. Oh, hello, Sarah. Well, we've got another comment, another viewer. Hey, how are you? Hope you're
Yay!
from Berlin as well. We have an international
Excellent.
crowd. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I want to tell. Can you hear me okay now? Is that
Yeah, yeah,
good?
you're pretty good. Yeah, you're much better.
Oh, thank you, God. Okay, thank you, God, and thank your boyfriend for frantically driving to get us
Yay.
while I scowl. Anyway, so I have always had a fantasy of doing it with a cowboy. It's
Oh,
my,
okay.
it's like, I don't know,
That's so
the hat
American
and the belt
sounding.
buckle and the boots. I know it is, right? It's all American sounding.
Oh my God,
It's
I would never
true. I
thought,
live
oh,
in
cowboy.
America.
I don't think of like a cowboy as like a person, like a type of person, but it's funny. Like I can totally imagine actually that would be kind of sexy. So how did it go?
Oh, it's definitely a type. So, a few when Maya was 4 years old, 4 or 5, something like that, where she still needs babysitting, right? Too bad she's not here on this call. Anyway, so she and I were invited to a week long get together in a country town in Colorado. It's a
Mm,
place called Beulah, and it's like they had like 300 people living there.
mm.
And as it happened, we went to the weekend that we got there. The woman that was manning the place that we were staying at, she plays in the local band. So she invited
Ah.
us to the dance hall, and it is just so charming. Like we got the whole experience of small
Mm.
town country in America, and they had a community dance, where everybody in town came out to dance and flirt and had dinner and all that stuff. So we were a group of our friends together, and we stood out like literally like unicorns standing out in this group of
Yeah, I
humans.
can
Like they
imagine.
were all like cowboys and cowgirls with hats and hey Bob kind of thing, and we were
Mm.
like, oh, did I is my sounding shit again?
No, no, no. It's going okay. It's going okay. Yeah.
Um, okay. Uh, Oh, anyway, so what happened? So then
Oh no. This is van life. Yeah, anyone who does not know yet, May is traveling and living in a van right now, all across America. So sometimes her connection is just gonna, randomly disappear. But that is kind of the live experience. Yeah, I'm so glad to meet some more of you in the comments. Yeah, I guess cowboys are real. I didn't really think about that, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. Is it like Native American or just like, I can only think of like cowboy movies,
oh
so
my
I'm not
God,
really
this is so
sure.
funny.
Hello, you're
I'm
back. Your audio's a little
I'm
bit
I'm
bad,
telling about
but
my
oh, oh.
I'm telling about my Colorado cowboy adventure,
We can't
and
really hear
all
you.
my Colorado
Your
friends
audio
are
is kind
here.
of like,
Shit, my audio is shot.
yeah. I think we might need
Proven.
to mute for a minute, May, while your audio kind of stabilizes.
How about now?
Anyone here who's listening, yeah, tell us what kind of fantasies you have, or have you lived them out, or what fantasies do you have, or like, did you have a bad fantasy experience? Yeah, we need. All right. Okay, we can kind of hear something, May.
Can you hear me?
That's better.
How
Yeah,
about now?
yeah, that's good.
Okay, it's good right here. Can we just stop right here? We have a lot of deers running around here. It's so beautiful. Okay, we we find a good spot, but we can't stop. So then the sound goes away. How about now?
Oh no. Yeah,
Can
that's
you
doing
still hear
well.
me?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yep. Oh my goodness, I'm learning so much about cowboys. I think I'm gonna have to come to America and live out this cowboy
I know.
fantasy at
Well,
some
no,
point.
this was a very hot story. I'm sorry that it got disrupted
No,
by
you're.
the lousy cell reception. Can we just pull on that grass right there and just park on the grass? Okay. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yep, you're doing good. You're doing
Okay.
good there. Yep.
Okay. Don't move. Oh, anyway, so
um, well, this is real. Like we're on like a live TV show or something. Like, oh my god,
it is.
where's Mike? Am I gonna get up to
The van
next?
life is glamorous until the cell reception doesn't work. This is the most stressful thing about van lifing is trying to work on the
Mm,
road, and this is very daring to stay at a lovely place because usually
mm,
a lovely
mm.
woodsy outdoor place doesn't have good cell
Have good
reception.
sale.
So
Mm.
we have tried everything. So thank you for the experiment with this. Back to the pen. Are you going to try to go somewhere? Or are you going to stay here? Okay, we're going to stay here and hold tight.
Yeah. Thanks, Keith. People in the comments are thanking you.
Everyone's thanking you, Keith, the hero. Woo! He's so stressed as we do this. Anyway, so we were at the dance and I jump on the stage because we know the band player. So we jump on the stage and we were like doing dancing and everything. And I was 40 something, super hot, luscious, and I was ready to for sex. So I wasn't shy anymore at that time. I was a liberated woman. So I was like,
Mm.
ding, the lights are on. Anyway, so there's this cute cowboy came straight for me. Now, I have to tell you, this heals so much childhood wound because I never grew up with boys choosing me or
Mm-hmm.
picking me out of the crowd or anything. Here's this cowboy came up and danced with me. And the first dance was um, Mustang Sally. You know
Oh,
that song? Ah!
yeah.
I know my
Mm-hmm.
crowd. They know this song, Mustang Sally. Oh my God, it was so hot. Anyway, so then he's like, "What are you guys doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "Well, we don't know." And I had this fantasy too that I would love to go horseback riding. They say, "Well, we have horses. We can come and take you guys on a horseback ride." And so the next day, he rounded up 5 horses, took
Oh,
all of us,
wow.
including Maya, for this beautiful horseback ride up into the mountain. We went to see this rose quartz thing. So I was like, "Ooh, this is so awesome." And when we came back, I'm like, "Well, what can I do to give back, to contribute back because they were so generous to us." So I said, "We'll make you dinner, a steak dinner." Of course, how can, cowboys, they don't turn
What
down
else do they
steak dinner.
eat? Right, yeah, exactly. Just steak for breakfast, steak for lunch, steak for dinner. Yeah, obviously. So
That's right. And a ways to a man's heart or whatever is through steak, right?
apparently, yeah. And
So
dessert,
we
whatever
went to
you have
town.
on dessert. You are dessert,
That's right.
actually.
So I made this amazing steak dinner for everyone, and it was so much fun. And we set out with bonfire and everything. I mean, like the whole fantasy was just coming together beautifully. And by then, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Oh, and luckily, I had my babysitter in California happened to be vacationing in Colorado at the same
Oh,
time. So she
wow.
came down and she babysat Maya that night for me.
Oh
So
my,
mommy was
the
free
stars
to roam,
aligned.
baby.
Exactly. Somebody said in the comments, "Ride, Sally, ride." So you were ready to ride that cowboy, like.
Exactly. So anyway, so that was my plan. So I was like, everyone's like now roasting marshmallow and all this stuff, and
Oh, that
I
sounds so
looked at him
nice.
like, I know it's the whole fantasy. Let me just tell you. So I'm like, okay,
Mm.
let's go. And then I said, well, let's go see the stars. And he's like, okay.
Mm.
and and as we walk out of the house, I grab the blanket. I'm thinking, I'm not rolling around in the hay without blankets and shit, man. So
Yep.
I grabbed the blanket. We went out and we found this hill, and all these cows are mooing, and this was like a real farmland. It was awesome. Crickets was going off, uh, and dogs were howling and everything. So
Mm.
we started making out, and then it got heavier and heavier, and then I was riding that cowboy, man. And when I was done, I was so loud that every all the other animals was quiet.
Oh, it's like when you finish, then you realize how fucking loud you were, and you're like,
It was so great. I was like, I can feel fear in the animals kingdom,
"Ooh,
like what is
what is
that
this animal?"
animal out there?
Exactly. It's good to
Ooh,
instill a bit of fear, right? You know,
yeah. Respect, man, respect. Anyway,
exactly.
yeah. So
So that one
we
went quite
and then we
well.
had it was so awesome. And then we were there for 2 more days, and we
Mm.
had sex in the pool, we had sex in the shower, we had sex in his house. It was so much fun. So much fun to be a liberated woman and just like,
Mm.
yeah, baby. Yep. And so I kind of like satisfy all my fantasy, showers, fantasy, pool sex. None of those are great, by the way. It only looks good in
Mm.
the
That
movies,
is
but in
so
real life,
true.
it
Water
sucks
does not actually
bad.
help at all. It adds a lot of friction as well, like for the penis as well. Like trying to have sex like in a bath, it just doesn't work. Like you just slipping and sliding, like you're almost gonna drown, guys. Also, like I'm so short, like I'm. If you're American, I'm 1 meter 47. Oh no, sorry, I am. What am I in? I'm 4 foot like 9, so I'm
Yeah.
very very
Uh-huh.
very short. I'm not even 5 foot, right? And most
We're
guys
not,
like,
that's not called short, honey. It's called petite. We're petite women.
sure. I mean, I'm yeah, I'm petite in height, not in any other way, unfortunately. It's just trying to have sex in the shower. It's just like, yeah, okay, my ass is like here, because obviously you usually do it like from behind. You usually do it from behind, right? Like I'm not talking anal sex, but like just from behind, right? And then like everybody, their penis is like here, and my ass is like here, and it's just like, where is this going to go? Like, and then the water's just getting in your face, and you're trying to like position yourself, and you're like, this actually does not work. I need like like those things for old people in the shower that like help them like stand and stuff. Like I need that actually, like, or just a short guy, like, and then but it's just, oh my god, is there
Oh,
some
that's so funny. Yeah.
impracticalities?
Well, it makes me think of like sometimes they get tired of lifting us up to meet, so then
Mm.
they just kind of rub their dick on your back kind of thing.
Well, what is good though, I can give a very good boob if I care to do that, which I don't usually, so you don't get anything from me. Yeah, I think if you're the right height, you can do it in the shower better. But if you're kind of like petite, like me, it's just, oh my god, it's just like, all right, it's just not
we
working.
we
Like,
we have someone, we have Donna who said she loved water sex. I'm like, I don't know how you do that, man. All the lubricants are out of there, and now just
mm,
friction sex, and that seems so harsh. Now, yeah,
mm,
I mean, I'm
maybe
I can take one
maybe
for the team,
oral.
but it's rough.
Mm. I don't
Yeah, and then
know. I don't know.
shower sex is also so erotic and so amazing in the movie, but
Hmm.
in real life, again, the lubrication and the slipperiness, like you said, I mean, you
Oh,
could really it's
also
so
you could just die in there. People have done it. Well, not died, but like people in hospital because like, and they had to come and pick them up naked in the shower with like.
yes,
Also, the thing is, you're like, one of you is under the water and one of you is really cold. So like you need like a
right.
proper like double shower, like like a really wide shower, like which does, like you get that in some hotels, and you're like, all right, I
If
know
you
who
don't
built
angle
this.
your
Like,
head right, you
yeah.
can drown from all that water going in.
I know. I think you're gonna have to teach us. Like, okay, yeah, whoever likes water sex, like, I mean, you're gonna have to teach us. Like, 'cause I would love to. And also, like on the beach, like just like there's sand and there's like salt water in your face. It's just like,
We have some naughty women on the thing. I love this. One said, "I like, hi Terry. I like to be bent over in the shower." I do too. I have to say. Well, I kind of like to be bent over anywhere,
mm.
anywhere.
Oh,
Ah, yeah,
you know what I just tried recently though, that I can't probably legally recommend it, but I can recommend it on like on the lowdown. Oh my God, it's mind blowing. Is sex on acid. Just a tiny bit, right? Nothing like serious. You're not on a trip or anything. You're not like off in the clouds or living on a different planet,
yeah,
but you are just, the thing it does is actually reduces the side of your brain that's that is overthinking. Like this is like your kind of this network in your brain, which is like, oh, kind of anxious and
yep,
overthinking and kind of analyzing everything, and it starts to shut that down a little bit, so you're a bit more like kind of
yeah,
relaxed, a bit calmer, and then it also increases your muscle tension. So through your body, you start to feel like, oh my god, like you feel like you just feel your body like so much more. And then so the combined thing of not really thinking too much, because for me, I'm an overthinker, and that's a real like difficulty when it comes to getting in the mood, and actually feeling like, oh my god, I feel tingles through my body and everything feels like extra good. It's like, oh fuck, okay, this is like next level. But only if it's legal, which is probably not, but I can't say anything illegal. But if you ever had the chance, try. I would recommend.
yeah.
Just
I think that's why people do it. I've never done it. I'm not good under influence. Like if you put wine in me, I just fall asleep. So I'm no good to
but this
you
is like a
then.
really tiny amount. This is like you don't
Yeah,
notice it. It's like you're just you just feel normal, but you just feel like a bit more your brain is working a little bit differently, that's all. And your
you're
muscles and your
normal,
body
but you're
feel,
more normal.
Well, some people are just built like that normally, actually. Yeah, I
Yeah,
realize that's our brains are all wired in different ways. So this, for some people, you're not really so concerned about
yeah.
these issues, but
Well, I mean, I used to, oh God, sex was so restrictive to me in my head. Like what you said was so true. It's like I can't shut this off. There's all sorts of lists that goes on in my head. But
yeah.
after I work on myself and unleashing my sexuality, I was able to like orgasm 20 something times. We lost count after 22. We just kind of give up on it. It's like, okay, that's enough. You just go, honey. And I stopped making about I'm not like I hear
Hmm.
I hear people talk about this all the time. Oh, I can't have sex with that person. I'm not attracted to them. Oh, I can't have
Mm,
sex with that person because they too have a list in their head, right?
mm,
So I was just bound and determined to heal whatever needed to heal in my head so that I could have my sex back to myself because I never really had it when I was in my 20s or 30s
mm,
and all this stuff. So I was able to reach a point with myself where I could have sex with anyone, and I could get off on it because it's no longer about them, but it's about
mm,
me.
yeah.
And
Absolutely.
then
Yeah.
and at a certain point, my body just relaxes, and then it becomes like this animal that primitive energy comes out
You just
that
like need it.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I hear about it,
Mm,
but only when I can push past, like after about 20 something orgasm, that's when I just
mm,
go into a hyperdrive. Another gear just kicks in and it's like, whoa, who are you? Respect here. So anyway, it's an interesting experiment that I did with myself around sex to see if I could get there without
mm.
substance, without
Oh yeah,
the
I would
man being the one that did it for me, that kind of stuff.
absolutely.
But I
Yeah.
really also love, since then I have experimented with ayahuasca medicine
Mm,
and a little bit of peyote or something. They all did something, and I'm still very new about these
mm,
things to learn to access more part of my brain. So I don't really know, and I've never been on acid
mm.
before, but it might be fun. And
Well,
oh,
it's
another
all
friend of
about the
ours just told me
quantity, I
about
guess.
mushroom. Yeah,
Mm. They're very
and
similar, yeah. But they're
yeah,
also different. They're like, because mushrooms are like a natural substance, so the trip can, or the way that you feel can be kind of differ a little bit more depending on the mushrooms, because it's like, just a natural thing. So, but I think I would always recommend, like, the same with alcohol, right? Like, you don't want to be out of consciousness, or you don't want to be out of like control. That's not what it's about at all. And I would always highly recommend to avoid that. Like most things, like even smoking some weed or whatever, like it can be, you want to be present in the situation. At least for me, like that's like the most amazing part of it. Is like this, fuck, that was so, this wonderful connection or this experience I had with myself and with another person or with multiple people. So I think it's about like finding something that's, if like you're interested to experiment, it can be really fun just to try something on a small level that can potentially just change your levels a little bit and make you get in touch with some other feelings or some other sensations. But yeah, I mean, for me, alcohol is also just like a no because it actually just numbs my like vagina. I must admit, like I don't actually feel anything when I'm drunk. Like I could have sex for an hour and then like the day after I'm like sore because I'm like I didn't even feel anything. So, which I've
yeah.
done those things a few
Can you
times
hear
when I'm
me okay?
18, 19. Yeah, yeah, we can
No.
hear you now. Yeah, you kind of cut out a wee bit there. Oh man, I'm sorry that you've to hear that, Terry, that you've had these kind of orgasm kind of issues, but you are unfortunately part of a large group of people that are, have have the same thing. Orgasms are, we have a huge orgasm gap, especially with women. So I hope you know that you're not like strange. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. For example, I know my family members who are in their 50s now and never orgasmed. So you are definitely not to blame at all. But like the good thing is there are, ways that you can, start to kind of experiment or learn more about your body and learn more about yourself. And May is doing amazing things like that. I'm starting to do some masturbation courses soon. So I think there's still like, more you can learn, and more that you can work on this to get to where you feel you have more kind of pleasure. And I think also it's so important for everybody to not focus too much on the orgasm, because the pressure to orgasm and the worry that you're not going to orgasm, or the worry that you can't orgasm, actually can remove a lot of that pressure. It can remove a lot of the pleasure from having sex and actually make it harder to orgasm in the first place. This even happens with guys sometimes, which we all think guys can come like super fast. But my first boyfriend, we were having sex for like 3 or 4 months, and he couldn't orgasm, because he couldn't orgasm once, and then he was scared. Like the next time, he was like, okay, now he's got this pressure because he didn't come last time, and then that continued for months. So, try not to get too in your head about it. Like, just it's not a huge deal if you can't orgasm, but it would be nice for you if you could, obviously. What about you, May? Have you ever kind of had this pressure on yourself to orgasm?
Yeah, can you hear?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yep. Oh, you're kind of popping out again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah. You don't suck. We got that bit.
My internet sucks.
Oh, it's all part of the experience. It's all good. It's a live experience. Well, oh, you've gone again.
I did. I went from never.
Oh, you've gone again. Okay,
you know what? I'm so sorry that this is such an important conversation about orgasm. But we will broadcast next week, and we will address this.
Don't apologize. Yeah, let's talk about this next week. I think it's a good conversation to continue. And yeah, we talk about pressure and
orgasm and how to get there.
Yeah, or just how to rethink it. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us and supporting this group. And you have been amazing. Thank you for your comments. And yeah, we love you, and we hope that you have had a fun time listening to us. So thank you.
And join us. Join us in our private Facebook group, Late Night Girl Chat. LNGC.
Yeah, and where you can message us or comment, and LNGC.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.